What's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video I'm going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played Liverpool at home. So let's crack on in today's video. We made 3 changes from the last game against Crystal Palace. Talk about the starting 11. I'm going to leave the OneFootball app in the link in the description down below for you guys to go and follow your best teams around the world. And yeah, let's crack on in today's video. So we played with De Gea, Valencia, Bailey, Smalling, Young, McTominay, Matic, Mata, Sanchez, Rashford and Lukaku. Talk about the starting 11. The changes that we made from the last game to this game was that we brought in Eric Bailey. He's now fully fit. Welcome back to the squad. So he's back in the side. After being out with an injury for about 3 months. So welcome back to the squad, Eric Bailey. Obviously, as you would have heard the news about yesterday before the game, that Pogba could not play the game due to an injury in training. So he had to play Matic and McTominay together, and then he had Mata, Sanchez and Rashford in a 3, and then Lukaku up front by himself. So we started with the 4-2-3-1, yeah, so obviously he also brought in Mata and Rashford. Obviously Rashford came on as a sub Crystal Palace game, and also Mata came on as a sub in the Crystal Palace game. So it's good to see that he's actually starting Mata and Rashford. Obviously Rashford, a very great player to play, and it's good to see that he's back out on the pitch with no Martial as well. So it's good to see that Rashford's playing this game, to be fair. So yeah, overall reaction. The first half, 2 great massive goals from Rashford. Obviously Liverpool were making way too many mistakes in that first half. I could clearly see that as a Manchester United fan. They struggled, Liverpool, in that first half. They were poor in the first half because they couldn't get the ball to Salah. That's how bad they were playing in that first half. We just get our 2 great goals, 2 great long balls from De Gea. There's nothing much you can do really about that. And then obviously Lukaku with his strength as well. So there was not much that Liverpool could do to hold off Lukaku. Rashford, very fast player, and he's got obviously pace in him as well. So obviously Rashford outdid Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold is not an experienced player, so I don't know why he's playing a right back who is not experienced. I knew from the start if they were playing someone like Lovren, they were going to lose. I know that, but but obviously fair play to Liverpool. You guys smashed it out there. Yes, you were dominant in that most of the game, but at the end of the day the better team won. So yeah, second half I felt like United, because obviously we were 2-0 up, we were playing our defensive football. My thoughts on that defensive football. I know it's a tactic to do when you're 2-0 up. I didn't like the fact how we just kept on, playing it defensively. Obviously, when we had the chance and when we had the ball, we would go on the counter attack and go on the break. But it's still not good enough because obviously we did an own goal, and practically we scored all the goals really. But at the end of the day, the better team won. But the thing is, though, I know I shouldn't be complaining considering that we still won 2-1, but the thing is, though, we're playing defensive football, and this really annoys me when Manchester United we're winning the game 2-0, hoping that we can keep a clean sheet, and we mess it up, and that's where we start playing defensive football, and this is what defensive football does to you. But I just didn't like the fact how we just kept on playing defensive football throughout the full second half. I know it's a tactic, but we need to start getting more on the break. And we had chances at goal, but we put our chances away when we scored. Liverpool couldn't seem to break down United. Like, Liverpool didn't even score their goal; it just came off our defender really. So we really frustrated Liverpool, and it wasn't Liverpool's day yesterday, and we all knew that. And despite Mohamed Salah coming off his best form, I knew exactly that he was going to have a poor game as well, and I knew that Firmino was going to be another one. Just he didn't even have a kick. Well, he did have a kick in the game, but he was setting up Mane and Salah a lot. So again, I think a few individual players out there for Liverpool that didn't really stand out well. Obviously, as Liverpool fans won't be happy with that, because obviously they didn't really show that in the game. But we showed it with Rashford's 2 goals. Rashford with a cracking first goal. There's not much you could really do about that first goal. Just bad defensive football by Liverpool. Second goal, again, just deflected. And there's nothing much you can do when Rashford hits the ball and puts it in the back of the net. So that's what won the game. We killed the game, but we should have killed the game with another goal in the second half. We couldn't seem to do that because we were just playing defensive football. And obviously once we put that own goal away, it was a definitely punishment for playing all that defensive football. But anyway, let's get more into the video. So I missed the first 11 minutes as I was on the way to the house, but I knew that there was not much that happened in the first 11 minutes. Liverpool had been dominating the game. They had most of the possession in this whole game. In the first half they were just making way too many mistakes. I knew that as a United fan, and the Liverpool fans should know that as well. United have been playing counter-attacking football. United were getting more upfield, getting players more upfield, and and obviously when that happened for us, we were just getting more deeper. And Liverpool, like I was saying, making way too many mistakes in that first half. That's where they, messed up a corner and then gave us the goal. So when Liverpool made a mistake from taking a corner, United went on and scoring a goal. First goal, great long ball from De Gea. Lukaku heads it to Rashford. Rashford heads it down to the ball and shoots, and it's in the back of the net for 1-0. So he also had to take up Alexander-Arnold. But again, this is what I'm saying. He's playing a right back who is not experienced, and a right back who isn't good enough for Liverpool. So all I'm going to say is Liverpool need a new right back, to be fair, and that's coming from a Manchester United supporter. So yeah, after that I was buzzing. United may not be playing the best of football, but we were making the right decisions. But yeah, if our football wasn't that great, we were still 1-0 up. Liverpool again were just, they had more possession. They had more of the ball in this game, and they still couldn't get one of their own goals past us, really. Our passing had been very good. We're playing quick football when we were on the counter-attack. United kept going. We kept on putting the pressure on. Liverpool just seemed and couldn't get the ball to Salah, because obviously Salah's coming off some of his best form recently. And, Liverpool were just making way too many mistakes in that first half. United had been playing aggressive football, and the next thing we get our second goal. Great long ball from De Gea. Lukaku holds off the players with his strength, passed it to Mata. Mata tried of having a go at goal, but it just came off one of the Liverpool defenders. It came back to Rashford, and there you go again. What a finish from Rashford, and he finishes it off 2-0. The goalkeeper was beaten once again. Liverpool were creating chances near to the end, but the chances just weren't good enough. Liverpool couldn't seem to break down our defence. Mourinho's tactics just worked out in the first half, I think in the second half, United... I didn't write this down, but I think United needed to lift a little bit of the tempo, in the second half, because obviously the second half we changed it up a little bit because we went all defensive football. United needed to make a couple of crosses into the box. We couldn't seem to do that in the second half. We need to try and press at Liverpool. This is what I'm saying. We're just playing defensive football, so it all practically changed in the second half. We need to hold off Liverpool, try and stop Liverpool from scoring. Our defence was rock solid at the back. Our defence was organised at the back, despite doing that silly mistake of the own goal. Bailey was trying to clear it, and it just fell in the back of the net, and there was not much that De Gea could have done really. So it's just a warning to the players and a punishment after playing all that defensive football. Like I was saying earlier, yes, it's a tactic, and yes, it's the style of play that we wanted to play. But at the end of the day, there's going to be people complaining how we played in that second half, because we struggled when we got on the break. When once we got the ball to go on the counter attack. It looked like the players were knackered. We didn't have any more energy in us because we took it all out in that first half. We played our hearts out. We were 2-0 up, and then we were just knackered in that second half. So I'm surprised that Liverpool couldn't get one of their proper goals. But Liverpool were just, I think, all over the place and still couldn't get a goal past us. But yeah, Liverpool have been playing very counter-attacking football. They had a better start in the second half. United were just, parking the bus. Liverpool were going for it because obviously they had nothing to lose really. So Liverpool were absolutely going for it in that second half. Like I was saying, United were sitting back, and once we get a chance on the break, we would go and counter-attacking football. But we struggled, and we needed someone like Lingard coming on as well to get us more on the counter attack. Next thing you know Liverpool scored, and it was an own goal by Bailey. They kept on working, and it just happened for them. But yeah, I've put here, this is a punishment for playing defensive football, and it really frustrates me and it really annoys me when we play all defensive. But we should have just killed the game, and we should have just got a third goal, But then United, but this is where the changes had happened. We made a change. Rashford came off Elena. Should have Rashford have gone off because there was people booing and stuff like that. Liverpool made a couple of changes. Again, United were just playing it back instead of playing it forward. Obviously, we then brought on Jesse Lingard for Mata or someone like that, and then obviously because we needed to get more counter-attacking football, then we then brought on Darmian to this time, and then we were just playing it back instead of taking it forward. We had a great chance to actually get a third goal where we put it into the middle, but just to the ball in time. But as the keeper got there was not much we could really have done. But it's just a tactic that we did, and we just needed to press more. But we dealt with the pressure, and the last 6 minutes of the game was nerve-wracking. Where does the fourth official get 6 minutes added on? Really, it must have been because obviously there was a few players that went down injured, and this is a game that obviously in Manchester United had to make the right decisions in this game, clearly, and we just managed to do that. Liverpool dominated the game. They had more possession in the second half. United were just hanging in there and doing what we needed to do in defence. United only just scraped the win, and it was well deserved. Obviously, whoever wins the game, it's well deserved, really. And it's another 3 important points for us, and we're now 5 points in front of Liverpool. Man of the match has to be Marcus Rashford with those 2 cracking goals. And obviously this game, it just showed how we had the mentality up there and played the right football. Like, what I mean by that is, like, we did what we needed to do. We played the football that we needed to do in the defensive wise, and we did that at the end of the day. Yes, we were going more defensive, but that's how the style of play what we wanted to play in the second half. But obviously people, it's going to be going around for the next couple of days saying that, we shouldn't have been playing defensive, but obviously that's how we played in that second half. But obviously there's different tactics, and we did in that game as well. So, we got the 3 points, that's all matters. And so we've got Sevilla next. Sevilla, obviously, when they last played us, they were absolutely all around us. I remember when they had 25 shots and we only had about 8 shots. It's going to be another interesting game on Tuesday. Sevilla have only won 2 games out of 4 in the last fixtures. I think Sevilla have struggled a little bit now after playing us in the first round. Obviously, they were at home. We couldn't seem to get that away goal. We need to make sure and not give Sevilla that away goal, because obviously that that away goal is massive to them when they come to Old Trafford. So we need to get the job done at Old Trafford and get through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and we need to make sure that we get the job done and dusted against Sevilla. And they played some of the best football against us, but now because they lost 2 games after playing us, it just shows how much they played, how much they were up for it against United. So we have to make sure that we're up for this game. I know it's such short distance from now and the next game, but we're going to have to really work at it and really go at it against Sevilla. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to have to go for it, and we're going to have to get the job done and dusted against Sevilla. And we might be knackered, but we're going to have to go for it. It's the Champions League, and we need to get ourselves through to the next round of the Champions League in the quarterfinals. And United have been playing way better than Sevilla, so that's an advantage to take. And I hope you guys are enjoying another video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys with a brand new video on Wednesday, and peace.